Guys, this is DJ Wolf Live. I gotta talk about this. Couple of things that's bothering me right now here, and oh, well, trying to make sure I hit up there. Couple of things that's on my mind right now, guys. Gals, and I was like, I just gotta get off my chest, so to speak. And I don't know. It's just the world, man. It's just changing right before my very eyes, man. I don't want to get too much into the weeds about it, but I kind of do. Because it's weird. And anytime you know it's changing the way it is, and you watch the nightly news and you see what's going on, and you got these reporters talking like they don't even see anything going on in some cases. It's just, I don't know, scary out here. Uh, Want to make an announcement. My the Rub In, which is a new channel that I forgot that I created on um turn around. It affects just white people and LGBT. And that's not true, you know, because McDonald's and Target and I think Walmart were big proprietors of DEI, and a lot of folks, been able to do bigger and better things because of DEI, and now they're revoking it all over the place. Several companies, McDonald's, I know for a fact, has been a long proponent of DEI for decades. This is a known fact for decades, folks. It really does, folks. It really does. Why so many companies following suit? Companies like McDonald's, who actually was a proponent of DEI going all the way back to the '70s. You know, it's always included black folks. Now all of a sudden, oh, we're scaling down. You know, so don't tell me it doesn't. It does. You know, and it's all over the place, and they're just wreaking havoc on taking jobs left and right, man. And it ain't right. It ain't right. And it's even taking jobs of people who've been known to have good evals. And I'm like, what's going on here? You know, you guys didn't properly vet folks on that. You just willy nilly just, like you're slashing prices or something. It just, and then Trump bragging about billions and billions and billions of dollars. I'm like, is it that he's just thinking about the money? Because he damn sure ain't thinking about people doing this. He's really not. A lot of folks who voted for Trump, I can tell you for a fact, did not vote for him to do all this. No, they did not. That's a known fact. Believe it or not, that's a known fact. They did not vote for that for this crap. Biden didn't even know that Elon Musk was going to be working directly with him. That he was going to be more of a donor than anything else. But I got a feeling that Elon Musk and Bezos and the rest of them are going to be working behind the scenes for this guy. They said Bezos had dropped a substantial amount of money in his campaign after, when he was running for a second term last year. So let's be real, they're in this camp to stay. You know, and to me, it's just this is more like building a power base. And maintaining it. But this is not the will of the people. The stuff that they're doing right now is not the will of the people. You know, especially when you're cutting out certain programs for the poor. It ain't right, man. It's not right. It's not right at all. It'll never be right in my eyes, and to some degree, it ain't right in God's eyes either. You know, it's just ridiculous, man. And I just can't, I cannot for the life of me co-sign on this BS. I cannot do it. I cannot do it at all. My heart will not let me co-sign on you you know, doing this. I just can't. I'm very distraught about it. I'm very hurt. I'm very disappointed. I'm very sad. There's days I go in now, and it's like I don't even feel like I don't want to talk to anybody. Because no one's going to understand. Because this thing is bigger than DEI in itself, because it's hurting a lot of folks. You know, but to sit there and do that DEI thing on purpose, that's intentional. You know, and not knowing what it takes for people to do what they do. Let me tell you a little story about me. I love Cleveland. I talk about for people who don't know. I left Cleveland in 1986, man, at the age of 21. Well, actually, well, yeah, at the age of 21, I left Cleveland. I had to. It was time. There was nothing going on, man. You know, Joined the military, stayed there for a while, got out. You know, and found success out here in the DMV. You know, I'll leave it at that. And although I don't feel that I got mine through DEI necessarily, but I feel that I worked for it, and I did. I paid dues to get to what I did, and what I'm doing, to where I'm at today. That's what I did. A lot of folks have done that, you know, because many of us grew up poor or grew up in low income housing or grew up in situations where we had no choice but to get out. Those other folks don't know what it takes for most of our folks to deal with what we had to deal with on a daily basis growing up. I'm not going to even begin to tell you my story, but all I know is God's good. I ain't gonna begin to tell you what it took to get me out the funk that I was in for the previous 20 years before I finally moved on when I was living home. It took a lot, man. It took a hell of a lot. I put up with a lot of stuff, man. I've been in some jacked up situations, man. A whole bunch of them, and I ain't gonna even go into detail about it. You know, you don't know my story. That's why I like DMX song. I think was one of the greatest rap songs ever told. Well, that and the message by uh, the Grandmaster Flash and Furious Five. I was just listening yesterday. Those are two of the greatest rap songs I ever heard. Some of y'all guys have never actually sat down and listened to songs. Listen to it with a third ear on both songs. DMX song is so powerful. Sometimes I listen to that song, I get moved too, because there's a story in it for everybody in that song, especially for us as melanated folks. There's a story in it for everybody in that song. I defy you not to think that song don't talk about you in that song. If you melanated, I can almost guarantee it's talking about you in that song. It's talking about everybody in the song who's melanated, who's African American, because it does. And it's amazing that he brought all of that into one song that was just under, they around 3 minutes. You know, because it does. And, it's a line that goes in there and says, uh, DMX says, my mother, my father, I love him, I hate him. Sometimes uh, I wish I hadn't had him, but I thank God that he made him. Something like that, right? And that's how I felt, you know, because DMX had personal struggles of his own, man, and I did too. So I can fully identify with what he was going through with his folks, because I went through the same, some similar stuff. Real talk, So I say similar, not the exact same thing, because his was, I think, a little bit more worse than mine. But I'm not gonna go into detail about that. But still was a struggle, nevertheless. And for these folks out here to be wiping out DEI is BS. It's total BS, folks. It's wrong. It is wrong. There's a reason why certain things are in place. You know, it's a reason why we go out there and do certain things, man, to help your fellow man out here. And then they're just mailing everything that people sacrifice literally with their lives to build up to help be able to be a help for other folks to build up. And now you tearing it all down because you're thinking about the billions and billions and billions. You know, you're willy nilly talking about all this is a waste, and you're not even bothering to do one thing you could simply do is do an audit to validate the waste that you're talking about. But you'd rather not do that. You like, I'm just going to just tear it down from the bottom and then build it back up because you have other plans other than what you're saying. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. I could be wrong. I'm hoping I am wrong, but that's the way I'm seeing it right now. You know, and a lot of number 47 uh, voters who voted for him are having buyer's remorse as a result of it, and many of them are under his cuts right now. The very ones that put him in there, the ones that's under his cuts, many of them, because they didn't think he was going to do that. And even I didn't think he was going to do that. I didn't think he was going to go as far as he did. I did, but I know there was other ways that he could have went if he was going to start making cutbacks. There are ways of doing it without going through that. You know, because right now the stuff he's doing is completely asinine to me. It is, and I'm very upset about it. I'm very upset about it. Because the very people you heard and the very people you claiming to represent, and right now you're not doing a good damn job of it. You're not. Nor do I think you can. That's the even hurting part. You know, it's sickening to me, man. It's plain out sickening to me. It really is. You know, it just I don't know. I don't know, folks. It ain't right. People do have to speak up about it and not be shut down as a result of that. You can't sit there and watch your people suffer because of one person's uh, vengeance, because that's kind of what he's doing to me. That's what it comes off to me as, you know, like a baby has a tantrum. You didn't vote for me. You didn't vote for me. Okay, okay. That kind of stuff, man. It's just I don't know. I don't know, folks. It ain't right. So for right now, let me calm down. Um, maybe I'll do another story I just heard and posted on Rub, man, because this bothers me. It's about a well-known actor who they said was found dead. Um, I didn't even know he was still around, but I was glad he was still around, but I didn't know he had died. Um, so I think I think I'm gonna do a story on that on my Rub In channel. It's called the Rub Dash In channel. You know, that's my entertainment channel, and it's everything entertainment. Yeah, it's my kind of entertainment. I'll be talking about plus more. Um, that's another whole story. Um, I decided to bring it back up because there's a lot of entertainment stories I haven't covered on there. Matter of fact, I need to do several of them because, uh, wow, wow. Uh, Fortunately, there's one where three major singers died in less than a week. I'm trying to remember who the other singer was that died. Oh, okay, now I know. They were all icons, 70 icons at that. They were prominent and, well, let's play like this. Famous singers. Three of them died in less than a week apart, and I got to talk about that. So, uh, let's see, what's this about? You get a cushy job coming. Let's see what? Yeah, bye, Val. Nobody gives a damn. I ain't saying anything about no cushy job. Never say anything about it. You don't know what the hell you talking about. You don't even know my struggle. You know. You might have a cushy job, you know. So nevertheless, don't worry about what about me. I'm just talking about from my struggle and talk about why people are getting, you know, you know, thrown around like a bunch of pinatas because of a man's ego. All right. With that in mind, I'm out.